live. Wait for everybody to get in here, and we're going to have a discussion. I'm not in the greatest of moods right now, so... What's up? I'm going to wait until collectively everybody's in here, and then we're going to have a chat. What's up? I would give you all gay waves for the homos in the struggle, but I'm driving right now. Namas Jose, what's up, buddy? I'm about 2 minutes early, but I had to start driving. So I said I'll set this up. We're going to give it a couple more minutes, and then we're going to go through a discussion of facts. How do I sound? Everybody give me a thumbs up if I sound all right. I usually don't do lives while I'm driving, but this is the only time I'll be able to do this. Oh, look, the railroad's coming down. Well, that gives me more time. Bing, 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 bing. The Moss gave me the middle finger, which tells me I'm numero uno. So that means that I guess everybody can hear me. Everybody can hear me. How are you doing, brother? A little pissed off from yesterday. And I didn't sleep that well because yesterday was a major clusterfuck, I guess is the way you could title it. But I want to go through every detail so everybody has the facts. So we're going to wait until everybody else kind of joins in here. We've got 5 people in here so far. And I'm going to lay out facts, and we're going to talk about what happened. And then we'll get into it. So, yeah. I'll give it one more minute, and then we're going to get into this. Alright, well, 5 people is going to have to do. So, let's talk about the whole Leonard video situation. And before we get into the nitty-gritty, I'm going to lay out my involvement in the Big Lenny Show. So, the YouTube channel, The Big Lenny Show, was created by Robzilla and Stinky. I can't remember his real name, but he's the kid from Michigan. That was Rob's original cameraman. They created the YouTube channel. When Stinky got deported back to Michigan, before that even happened, I was in talks with Robzilla to help out in any way, shape, or form that I can. And when I help out without collecting a fucking dime. I want to make sure you guys understand that. Not collecting a cent. So Stinky leaves. I moved back to Boca, but before that, I'm in talks to do a website for t-shirts, create an Instagram, designs, logos. The emphasis is Lenny wants to get paid. And there's nothing wrong with that. Lenny wants to make money off YouTube. He wants to be, on Howard Stern, whatever the case may be. If he wants that, I was on board with helping him achieve that goal. Without making it about me, without making it about anybody else but Leonard. From the get-go, it was... we should do this. A lot of ideas. I was like, no, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that. Emphasizing other things than Leonard. So I created the Big Lenny Show on Instagram. I created the logo work and the artwork. I got Leonard monetized on YouTube, which took fucking months. Months, because Leonard, and this is not a knock on him and Robzilla, they are technologically just they can't do anything when it comes to technology. I don't know how else to say it. They don't know how to go live. It's a challenge for them. They don't know how to log into things. And I was battling Leonard to give me his information so he could get monetized. If he wants to get paid on YouTube, I gotta have bank account, your SSN, all that information so you can get paid, because I kept being told, Leonard's gotta get paid, Leonard's gotta get paid, Leonard's gotta get paid. No problem. Let's get that done. So that was a battle for a couple months. I finally figured that out. Leonard's getting paid through YouTube. It is all going to Leonard. Before that, this idea of a Patreon started getting talked about. All for the edgier content. And let me take a step back and just emphasize the fact that this entire time, it is me and Pomps doing all the legwork. All the legwork of, ideas that are, across the board agreed on, and, scheduling time with Leonard to do lives, to make videos. This is kind of all after Stinky went back to Michigan, and Robzilla didn't know what to do with YouTube because, he's just technologically inadequate to handle anything when it comes to a computer or anything like that. It wasn't a problem. It's not a knock on him. I meet people all the time that have a hard time with technology. Whatever. So, again, we're going back to the Patreon. This idea of, we should do a live stream of Leonard in his cave, walking around doing his daily things, which I thought was an okay idea. And I was like, all right, well, at some point we'll create a Patreon. Then it started Patreon's got to get created to just post edgier content. And it kept getting reinforced. We need a Patreon. We need a Patreon. You can't post everything on YouTube. So, Leonard, if it's not any news to anybody, he's going through some hard times. And I can't go into detail why he's going through hard times, what's going on with Leonard, but Leonard does need help. I'm not going to shy away from that and disclaim that and refute that. Leonard needs a lot of help. Financially, medically, he's not in a good spot. And all of us, including myself, and this is in no way, shape, or form about me, about anybody else, but myself, Andrew, Brad, a numerous amount of people have emphasized verbally to Leonard that he needs help. I mean, he's not holding a job. He's has a unhealthy mental relationship with PEDs and a numerous amount of things that are doing him no good but nothing but harm. So, fast forward to this past weekend. On Saturday, in Black Rose, me, Andrew, Nate, Brad, all talking, and we get into the conversation about Leonard being in the hospital again. And then I see these videos that were the precursor to him ending up in the hospital. So, we all watch it. We're all disturbed by it. And then I get a message from Robzilla saying, hey, what's your email? And at first I'm like, I don't know what he's sending me. Maybe it's something else. I get a lot of clips of Leonard doing crazy shit. He sends me the same videos and he says, this has to go on Patreon. And I'm like, no. I'm like, are you positive Leonard wants this on Patreon? Because this is fucking disturbing. Yeah, it's got to go on Patreon. I told Andrew and Brad, I'm not doing anything until I talk to Leonard. I talked to Leonard. Lenny, do you want these videos going on Patreon? I don't think this shows you in a good light. I don't think this is good for you. Absolutely, he tells me. Absolutely, they got to go on Patreon. Why do they have to go on Patreon? This does nothing for you but make you look like any other crackhead that I watch on YouTube. You guys out there tell me, what's the difference of that video of Leonard and any other video you can see online of a crackhead that does Leonard no justice? But again, they emphasized it's got to go up. Lenny's in hard times right now. Lenny needs cash. Leonard needs a cash flow. He needs money. Patreon gets created. Videos go up. The shit hits the fan. I emphasized these videos should never go up. Now, there could be videos of Leonard in a club eating ass, Leonard, fucking doing all the other crazy shit that Leonard does. But that video in the bar that night, none of us laughed. None of us thought this was watchable or enjoyable. Somebody foaming at the mouth, deranged, crazy. Now, we all know Leonard does these things. If you've been a Misfits fan for years, like I have, I started off as a fan. We all know Leonard does this. I've seen Leonard like this. But it's different when he does it and when somebody's filming it with the purpose of uploading it to get him cash flow. And I'm going to say this. Any content is not ever good content. There are things you post and there's things you don't post. You guys know that. I know that. Brandon and Andrew know that. But there are certain individuals that don't realize that in their head. You want to help Leonard? Then really help him. If Leonard needs cash to survive, I'll go to Leonard's apartment right now and hand him $1,000 to keep him going. But the problem is, people that are wanting to help him are enabling him. If you really, I'm going to say it again, if you really want to help Leonard, get him real help. What's next? What's next on Patreon? A snuff video? Him lying in a ditch? Him dead? What's next? What's next for it? And I'm not going to apologize for helping, because both of them insisted that this go up. Insisted. Against every advice from me and others that this shit should not go up. I had a long conversation with Rob last night after the shit hit the fan, because now the videos are up, trolls are calling their job. So now Leonard and Robzilla might be in jeopardy of losing their jobs. You can't have your cake and eat it too. It's one or the other. You want to live the freak life? So, on that note, I decided I will no longer, going forward, have anything to do with the Big Lenny Show. If Leonard needs my help directly, I will help Leonard directly. I am not going to anybody else to help Leonard. If all of this was under my umbrella, none of this would ever happen. And you know what? I take partial blame for helping them get to the Patreon and getting those videos there. But there actually is no but. It should have never happened. They should never went up. And now they're more shit than anything else. And I had to argue or speak with Robzilla last night about why this should have never happened in the first place, and he just doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. And you know what? The best way to explain this is, I have a 6-year-old, and I will explain to my 6-year-old sometimes, don't touch the oven, it's hot. You're going to get hurt. Don't touch the oven. You're going to get hurt. Don't touch the oven, you're going to get hurt. Sometimes, you got to let your kids get hurt for them to learn a lesson. And that's what happened in this instance. I am over trying to deter people from making major mistakes in their lives. If they want to, do this to themselves, so be it. I will no longer have a part in it. I will not sit there and watch videos of people that I consider my friends nearly killing themselves and being recorded in an attempt to upload to any kind of platform to make money. There are plenty of videos of not just Jason, that us amongst our tiny little group, Brad, Andrew, Nate, me, have watched, and we're like, oh my God, can't believe he did it. Oh my God, I can't believe he's doing that. It never gets posted. There's stuff that's burned my eyeballs that I'm like, it should never get posted. At the same note, Leonard is a grown-ass fucking man. He needs to understand that he needs help. Unless he wants to die. If he wants to die, just put a gun to your head and kill yourself. It's your life. But you are slowly showing people in the world that you are becoming what you hate the most. A cookie cutter. On Patreon, on YouTube, G'd out, coked out, whatever the case may be, foaming at your mouth. It's disgusting. And it's not funny and it's not comical to watch somebody go through that. And I hope, I've tried to call Leonard. He works weird hours now, but I need to have a conversation with Leonard and just let him know what I'm speaking about now. Get off my chest if he sees this, whatever the case may be. But there are people around Leonard, or I should say person around Leonard, that are not helping him. They really are not. Helping is not enabling. Everything that I helped create for Leonard, the Big Lenny Show, was a way for Lenny to be out there more than he already is. To be in the limelight more than he already is right now. But not like this. Not like this at all. Lenny can reach those levels. Lenny can get cash flow and revenue into his pockets. All he has to do is go live on YouTube for an hour. He made $150. What is so hard about that? Take out your fucking phone and instead of filming him or whatever, go live on YouTube. He will make instant cash. But I said that to them until my face was fucking blue. No, we need a Patreon. No, we need a Patreon. This has got to go on Patreon. You guys tell me. His video is no different than any other fucking crackhead online right now. How is that being a freak? How is that being non-cookie cutter? It goes against everything Leonard stands for. And I'm disgusted that I had a hand in that. I'm disgusted that I helped them create the Patreon. I'm disgusted that those videos were uploaded. They should have never went anywhere. Like I said, there are videos that stay in our group between Brad, between Andrew, between Nate, between me, that never go anywhere. Because it's called fucking morals. morals that some people seem not to have. Not everything goes online in an attempt to make somebody money. And it was me and Pomps doing all the legwork. And I'm fucking pissed because yesterday, this fucking entire nonsense took up my entire day of arguing, discussing, pleading, talking. I should have deleted the fucking Patreon. I should have went in there, deleted it. But I didn't because Leonard needs money. Leonard needs help financially. How about instead of the Patreon, we all start a GoFundMe. Find other methods to get Leonard money. But now, after everything I told them not to do and that this video shouldn't go up, now the video's up, now their jobs are in jeopardy. And Robzilla is a little bit, butthurt over the fact that Trapeze or whatever wasn't edited out of the video. The video should have never fucking went up! How hard is that for you to understand? How hard is that for anybody to understand that you shouldn't have to edit a video that shouldn't be going up in the fucking first place? And yesterday in the gym, in the morning, I spoke to Andrew, I spoke to Brad, we all talked about this. We all agreed about it. And I said, I was like, Leonard wants it up. Leonard and Robzilla want it up because Leonard needs money. And we all spoke about it. And I let the need for Leonard to have financial help get the better of my judgment. And that will never fucking happen ever again. Ever. In my gut, I knew that the Patreon should never have been created, that those videos should have never went up, and I should have left it at that. I should have said, no, it's not happening, but they wanted it up. They need Lenny to get paid. I voiced my concern about he can do YouTube Live, any other form of getting cash flow, but nobody wanted to listen to me. Nobody wanted to listen to me. So I'm done. I'm done. I told him last night, I'm done. I will not be a part of somebody's destruction. And if that gets me branded, a cuck or a homo or a faggot, whatever the case may be, let that brand me that. Because I will not trade in my morals and values to get somebody $5, $10 of them ODing. And if anybody does that, they are not your friend. They are not trying to help you. They are enabling you. Again, I'm going to go back. If you want to help him, stop enabling him. Stop bringing him stuff. Simple as that. Stop bringing him stuff. Stop taking him to these things. Stop putting him in these situations. The channel, the YouTube channel, the Instagram was all a means to have content for Leonard, doing things like, in the gym, at events, walking around Walmart, all the stuff that Leonard does on his own. Not this. And I can't beat that into anybody's head more than that. I don't know how GoFundMes are going to help people that are like, let me back up. Like I said in the beginning of this, everything I created for Leonard, even the YouTube, which I'm sorry, I didn't create the YouTube. Stinky did and Robzilla in the beginning. But the monetization of YouTube, the Patreon, like all were steps to get money to Leonard. It never went through anybody else. Even Leonard said, well, just put your PayPal, Adam. I trust you. No, I don't want anything coming to me. I want everything directly going to you, Leonard. If you seriously need financial help, then everything that should be created should be going to your bank account. It shouldn't be going through Robzilla. It shouldn't be going through anybody else but you. Why are we putting other people on your monetization so they can get a cut? The money should go to Leonard. Leonard should deem worthy who he needs to pay. Simple as that. So that's the gist of it. I'm done. If they want to film themselves killing themselves, so be it. I will not have a part of that anymore. I wasted an entire fucking day yesterday with this nonsense when I have better shit to fucking deal with and do. This entire week, I have things that are going on personally with my career, with things that I didn't need this to happen yesterday. I should have followed my gut and never listened to them, never listened to Robzilla, never posted the videos, never get them there, never have the Patreon up, none of that. None of that. And I'm not going to apologize for it because both of them insisted over and over and over for days that they wanted this up on Patreon. So now it's up on Patreon. And like I said when it was going to go up, I said, you're going to post it on Patreon, a troll is going to record it, and it's going to be pointless because it got re-uploaded to fucking other sites. So what was the point of spending all that time making a fucking Patreon to upload a video that was going to get re-uploaded somewhere else? Idiots! They don't understand it. They don't understand it, and I kept explaining it to them. This is pointless. Completely pointless. Any questions? Oh, man. So, that's the gist of that. So, good luck. Good luck. I will not have a part of that. If Leonard needs my help, like I said, directly, I will help Leonard directly. I am not going to anybody else. I am not working with anybody else. Pomps already, resigned from somewhat helping. I've taken a step back. I will no longer encourage or push that kind of mentality or content at all. So, and then I have to argue the entire night with why, they're calling our job now. No shit, asshole! What do you think was gonna happen? But no, nobody wanted to listen to me. So like I said, sometimes you gotta let your kids get hurt so they fucking learn. And that's this situation. It's gotta get deleted. It's gotta get deleted. Okay, I'll delete it off Patreon. It's still on 4 or fucking 5 other sites. Oh my god. So I'm gonna open it now for questions. How's your day going so far? Nah. I've got a lot of shit to do and I don't need to deal with this. Get a beer and pizza after work? No. No, that's not happening. You're too helpful, Adam. Cut the help off. Yeah, it's already done. I'm not helping anymore. Listen, like this is not the only time I've ever helped. Helping create logos. Me and Pomps, I have no issues with Pomps. Pomps is great. He'll hit me up, hey, I need a logo for J Masters. I'll create a logo, I'll create a design, and I'll help Pomps. Anybody can come to me and ask for help. But this is completely different. This is completely different. This is not help. This is being a part of somebody's destruction. Oh, you coming close to my car. So, that's that. And this video is staying live because I don't give a shit who watches it. I really don't give a shit. I really don't. None of this pays my bills. None of this. So I don't give a shit what anybody has to say. Because I've said my piece over and over and over again. And if nobody wants to listen, and now the shit's really hitting the fan, I don't know how much I could have told you I told you so. You could have edited out so many parts of that video, and they would have still figured out where you guys work. And I'm going to talk to Leonard. I'm going to call him. I'll stop by his apartment, and I'll talk to him. Who was with Rob when he filmed? No idea. If Lenny's too lazy to answer questions on YouTube, there's no much else that can be done. Listen, him doing YouTube Live was just another form of him, a way to connect with his fans. And yes, Leonard needs financial help. But that was another way of getting him financial help. I mean, that live was pretty damn good for an hour. He made over $100 just for sitting there for an hour answering questions. I've been a witness mania for years. Was Koth Adams' neighbor when I lived in Florida. See Mence firsthand, but since Rollo came into the picture, things have changed. Everything is not to be blamed on Robzilla. Leonard, again, is a grown-ass man. And he wants content like this out in the world. He can't do it himself. So he leans on people like Pomps and Robzilla and myself to help him. So that should have never happened. None of that should have ever happened. And let me just say this, and I'm not speaking for anybody else here, but those that you guys know in this universe all agree. All agree that this should have never happened. They can talk for themselves, but I'm just telling you, from my opinion, from what I heard, all of us agree. Look at the reaction of the video. Nothing, I never saw anything positive come out of that. And I mean, I'm being told that there's people that want to watch that and see that with Leonard. Those are not people that are going to help Leonard financially or medically or for his health. It's never going to happen. Ever. All the reactions out of that video was, I'm disturbed. This is disgusting. This is not the Leonard I know. This is not being a freak. It's sad, really. Big Lenny's are pretty damn intelligent. He is intelligent. And that's what disappoints me. That he's smarter than this. That Leonard is so much smarter than this. The guy, when you have a conversation with Leonard, even with his warped ideas of the Holocaust didn't exist and all that stuff, but that's more comical. You can sit there and laugh at the things that Leonard says, even though he believes it in his head. You know, everybody can think what they want to think. But he sits there and he'll have a conversation with you about why the Holocaust was, you know, like Sandals Resort. You know, it's silly, but that's Leonard. That's him sitting there talking about it. But that's not hurting him like this video did. You can sit there and have a conversation with Lenny, and he's intelligent. He's actually put aside the warped ideas and on history that he has. He's very intelligent. And so is Jay Masters. They're very intelligent. They have their facts. They know history. But that all gets diminished and shit on when you watch a video like that yesterday. If Lenny needs financial help, maybe he should get a second job. The problem is, Christopher, Leonard is somewhat isolated to what he can do. So everybody's like, Leonard should get a job, Leonard should get a job. Leonard is isolated to what he can do. So that kind of puts him in a very small group of actually what he can do. I heard Olivia cheated on Nate. I'm not even going into that one. Can't work when you abuse drugs like we've seen in the video. John Morris, you said it. I didn't have to say it. What's another job going to do if he loses it in 3 months? Greeter at Walmart? Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. I agree, MP. These destructive videos of Lenny have cost him a lot. He needs to chill the fuck out. He wants them up there, but you gotta understand, he wants them out there. He doesn't know how to do it, so he leans on people. You gotta get it out there. You gotta get it out there. But then when he doesn't have money, he's seeking help from people for financial help. But he's causing the issue that's getting him into these situations. Wow. Wow. Got some nice talent next to me, guys. Wow. Can you see any of my questions? Yes, I can. Omega Order 66. Well, I'm going to leave you guys with this because I got to get going. You either die a freak or live long enough to see yourself become a cookie cutter. So I'll leave it at that. I got to go. I actually have a life that I have to live. So I'm out of here and I'll leave you guys with that. So enjoy.